Alright, so after a decent amount of fighting as Christy, I've decided that I want to choose another fighter to learn as a secondary. This video is a record of the process. It's an important decision because I'm going to research whichever character I choose, look up videos about her, do the command training and the combo challenge, memorize moves, everything just like I did for Christy. I made my decision by a process of elimination split into 4 rounds, with each round being more in depth than the last. I'm gonna speak in present tense because it feels nice, but I might dip into past tense every now and then to explain certain things. Try not to get confused. 3, 2, 1, go. Round 1. We're starting with 23 characters to choose from, not including the pay-to-play characters, which is a lot, so I'm gonna narrow things down. First of all, I'm not gonna learn a male character, because playing a guy in Dead or Alive is like going to Italy and ordering pizza from Domino's. Now there's 12 to choose from. I used to play Kasumi in 5LR, so I'm cutting her out because I want to try someone new. I'm also cutting Mila out because boxing is boring, and I'm eliminating Ayane because her outfit options kinda suck. Hitomi goes because I just don't like her, not sure why, just don't. Maybe it's because I got tired of playing as her in the tutorials, and her martial arts outfit is 100% boring. Now there's 8 left. There's no fast superficial reasons to eliminate any of them, so things are about to get a little more in depth. I'm gonna check them all out in command training, take some notes, and see where they stand. Round 2. First up is Helena. I'm not sure why, cause Tina comes before her in character select, and I did everyone else in order, but that's what the notes say, so okay. Helena's fighting style is pretty damn cool. Some of these movements kinda remind me of a butterfly knife. In my research, I discovered there's a rivalry between Helena and Christy, so it would be kinda cool to main both of them. Her command training was super easy, which is more than can be said for some of the others on this list. Anyways, when she turns her back to the opponent, she has plenty of attacks to do. And walking towards the opponent won't make her turn around, so you're all set to do backwards attacks. That's really cool. And Bokuho's stance definitely stands out. I love stances, this is a cool one. Her accent is cute for sure, and as a side note, I give her 10 out of 10 waifu points. Tina. Most characters don't have noteworthy idle animations, but Tina is a very strong exception. She has a butt smack, which is the best kind of attack and reminds me of Lollipop Chainsaw. And a pretty cool kick that actually causes the fight to rotate a little. Some of her combos seemed a little whack though, they didn't really seem like they would work well in a serious fight. And speaking of things that are whack, her wrestling style throws completely suck. I like fast, grateful throws, not sexual assault. As I talked about in the last Doa video, her sci-fi costume is really hot. But I'm not going to learn a fighting style I don't like just for that. By the way, her command training was way harder than Helena's. I couldn't do 68 without spamming the shit out of it. I actually managed to do 73 first try, but then I took one look at 79 and I just left. I wouldn't give up on learning a character just because of some hard combos, if anything I'd like to challenge. But if I already don't like her style, why bother? Oh, and she gets 8 out of 10 waifu points. Despite the high waifu score, she's in danger of getting eliminated. Lei Feng. I spent a whole day pronouncing Lei Feng's name wrong. I called her Lai Feng. Can you blame me? Anyway, she has a cute character selection intro. It would be a nice contrast compared to Christie's. And her idle animation is, without question, the sickest in the whole game. Yeah, I even prefer it over Tina's. Shocking, I know. Unshu's stance is awesome, her combos are 100% crispy, her throws are crispy, and she gets 10 out of 10 waifu points. There's no way she's getting eliminated anytime soon. Mary Rose. Mary is definitely cute. I noticed she seems to walk slower than the other characters, but that's not a problem. She's got all sorts of cool abilities like Rondo, Flower Wool? She's got all sorts of cool abilities like Rondo, Flower Wheel, and Minuet, whatever it is. She's super fun to play as. Nothing to hate here, really. Command training was fairly easy until 82. That's not happening today. Big Titty Hanukkah. First thing to say about Hanukkah is that her half-up hairstyle is perfect. Her idle animation is also worth noting. I'm not gonna say why, just gonna show it to you. She has Bokuho stance just like Helena, which is really cool. I actually found out a while after I did the recording for this video that she's like a composite of all the different characters' fighting styles, or at least a lot of them, which is pretty cool. That's like her power. She can just watch you do something and do the exact same move. It's pretty cool. I also like that she has plenty of different taunts. I love taunting, and it's always bothered me how Christy can only do this and this.
Come over here.
What else? She has about 1,000,000 different stances, which is pretty exciting. It means I'd have to invest more time into learning how to use them, but I like that sort of challenge. I say 10 out of 10 waifu points for her. Nico. Nico is pretty damn cool. Back when I didn't play Doa and didn't even realize she was from Doa, I downloaded a picture of her and used it as my phone wallpaper. I don't like that she doesn't have any stances, but her electro powers are fun to watch, and they remind me of Cope and Graph. You hold down buttons to shock people, which just feels right. And I have a friend in real life named Nico. I guess I felt pretty apprehensive about giving her a waifu score, but the wiki says she's 18, so 10 out of 10, I guess? Kokoro. Not a lot to say here at all. Kokoro is pretty, but I didn't really have fun with her fighting style. 93 was not happening. La Mariposa, which means the butterfly, is cute, and her fighting style is phenomenal. Look at this. She flips and does break dances. 8 out of 10 waifu points. Alright, now we've collected some more data on everyone. It's time to do some eliminating. Right off the bat, Tina and Kokoro are out. Since the rest are harder to choose from, I'll make things easy by comparing them 2 at a time. One stays, the other goes. Nico and Mary are both just as cute for sure. Mary is more fun to play, but I feel like Nico is less popular. And if you know me, you know how I feel about mainstream stuff. Less popular automatically means better. Mary's out. La Mariposa is really cool, but I just barely prefer Lei Fang's style, so she's out too. That leaves us with Lei Fang, Helena, Nico, and Hanuka. I can't confidently make any more eliminations with the data available to me, so we need to go even deeper. We're going to look at appearances, hair options, and costumes, and we're going to keep the 2 at a time system from earlier. Round 3. First, we're comparing Nico to Hanuka. Nico has lots of hair options, the one-eye hidden style being the most notable, and I would easily go into debt for her costumes. But, in the interest of precision, I've come up with a mathematical process to determine what I call the costume satisfaction level, or CSL for short. First, I find the total number of costumes, X, then I count how many I would actually use, Y. Then it's as simple as Y divided by X. The answer will be presented in percentage format. So what's Nico's... Damn, I have way too much fucking time on my hands. So what's Nico's CSL? Well, it comes out to 0.555, repeating of course, or 55% roughly speaking. Since each character only has so many hairstyles, I don't find it necessary to calculate a satisfaction level for that. But if you're curious, it would theoretically be 100% for Nico. Hanuka doesn't have so many hair options, but the default half-up hairstyle is a banger for sure. It's a look I wish would show up more often. Believe it or not, her CSL turns out to be exactly 50% derived from 17Y and 34X. That's a nice number, but it is lower than Nico's. Despite that, some viewers may think Hanuka is the better choice because of another reason. But since I like chests of all shapes and sizes, Hanuka doesn't win any favors with her pair. So Nico wins. Now, what about Helena and Lei Fang? First, we'll take a look at Helena. Her hairstyles are all great. Believe it or not, her CSL is exactly 50%, just like Hanuka. But I have to say, her version of the Energy Up outfit seriously sucks. Now what about Lei Fang? Her hairstyles severely outclass Helena's. But her CSL is slightly lower at 48%, and I have to say, her sci-fi outfit does not look very sci-fi to me. We have an interesting situation here. Helena and Lei Fang are equal in different ways. Lei Fang has better hair options, while Helena has better costumes, so this is going to take some extra thought. The first thing that comes to mind is that I feel like Lei Fang is less mainstream than Helena. I decided to go into free training and compare their taunts. I came to the conclusion that Lei Fang has way better taunts than Helena, and I got reminded about how awesome her idol animation is. But I also got reminded of how awesome Helena's fighting style is. It was close. But Lei Feng wins. It's time for the last round. Only 2 characters are left. I just hit my finger on the table. Only 2 characters are left. Lei Feng and Nico. We're gonna use a point system this time. Round 4. Nico's CSL is roughly 7% higher than Lei Feng's. That's 1 point for her. Both of their fighting styles are cool. Nico has electricity, Lei Feng has Unshu. No points won or lost here. I have a real friend with the same name as Nico, and she reminds me of Cole McGrath. That's 2 points for Nico, but Lei Feng doesn't have any weird quirks like that, so now it's 3-0. Lei Feng has much better taunts, and her idol is way cooler, so that's 2 points for her. Nico is all about science. I'm not. I'm more of a, well, the earth looks flat, so what the fuck kind of guy. -1 point. Now it's 2-2. We need a tiebreaker, so let's look at the popularity polls to find out which girl is less mainstream. I could only find one poll that had Nico in it. It was held on September 14th, 2019 on loverslab.com. According to this poll, they both got 3.13% of the votes. So, I sat in the main menu, thinking, descending deeper and deeper into the depths of my mind, looking under the bed of my consciousness, rummaging through the trash of my deepest secrets, scratching my nuts, bobbing for apples in the water of my subconscious. Then, I got a Discord notification. I clicked on it, and there was a gif of Zarya fucking Mercy deep in the ass with a giant Buddha cock. I promptly threw my phone out of the window, and 2 minutes later it hit me. I wanted to play as Nico, and that was that.